What's going on, everyone? So today we have to talk about DeAgent AI. And I made a call on this coin on September 19th while it was 50 cents, and it has went up quite a lot since then. So anyways, we're going to talk about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none is financial advice, but let's hop straight into this. So first, let's go over where I made the call on this, and that was September 19th. I'll kind of give some of the reasonings why I made the call on this coin. But anyways, look, I made the call over here September 19th, and you can see over here on the video right there 2 weeks ago, September 19th, 2025. That is when it was 50 cents. 50 cents. And I titled the video, "This tiny AI coin is surging out of control." And then I put on the thumbnail 100x AI gem, right? Because it was definitely looking really bullish back then. And it was just a small pump that I noticed, but I was like, oh no, this could be even more than just a small pump. So anyways, over here you can see I made the call at 50 cents. So I made the call at 50 cents. But you can see right here on the 29th, this is what I was making that call based off of. I seen this right here. So I seen this right here, and I noticed that even though the volume was high back here around 60 million plus, as it started to get to here, it increased to 70 million, but then the volume stopped. And then all of a sudden, now it has 47 million, and then 47 million up here at the peak. So why is it peaking all the way up here, but the volume is lower? Because people aren't really selling. That is the sign that it was a big whale that came in. We've seen a large whale come in, and that is what shot that up. So that was pretty quick how it happened. And as you can see, after that day, the volume was just low, but because it was going off of the hype previously. So there was a lot of hype previously that was kind of helping DeAgent, right? And as it launched and as things started to go and progress, the hype just started to increase and increase. So we have a lot of hype for this project. Right now it's at 92.7 million in 24-hour trading volume, 275 million in market cap. The 24-hour change here is 21.4% up. Each up 9% in the last hour. But look at this, 762% in the last 7 days, 498% in the last 14 days. So this thing has ran a lot. But look, this is when whales start to sell. This is when they start to dump on people. And this is when a lot of people get screwed, because a lot of people like to buy when it's high. This thing has already ran so much, so I'm going to give my opinion on what I think is going to happen next with it. But for those of you that don't know, it's just the AI gem, right? It's an AI coin, and that's all, right? It's an AI coin built on Sui, the largest on Sui. So as you can see here, largest AI infrastructure on Sui, Binance Smart Chain, and Bitcoin. DeAgent empowers AI agents to think, agree, and remember just like humans, but better. All that good stuff. So they've been getting crazy listings back to back. We've just been seeing a lot of stuff going on for this coin. So everything has been going its way, right? It's been having its way with everything. So it's been doing extremely well. But some people are looking at it like, hey, this thing is bearish. It's going to be start dumping because, it's just been going off so long. Now this is the pullback time, This person says cautious. Many early insiders are cashing out here. That's what that person says 2 hours ago. This person says they're short hit and now they think it's going to pump soon. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I think is coming up next here for DeAgent AI. And first, I'll show you how I kind of do my breakdowns here. So first, I'm going to take the Fibonacci here. So we're going to take it all the way from here to the low. And our low is all the way down here. So we have an all-time low somewhere over here. I think it's, it's about as accurate as it gets, a little bit lower, 2460, a little bit lower, but, almost got it. Let's go a little bit lower. 2467 is good enough. All right, so we have our Fibonacci here, from the high all the way down here to the low. So the first thing I would be looking at is the next resistance area. So we do have another resistance area right up here. That's $3.03. So as we come up to about $3.03, give or take, what does it say over here? $3.01 really. So yeah, when it comes up to $3, that's probably going to be where we have resistance if we go up there and get rejected from there. So there is a possibility that we're going to get another rejection and then go lower, or we stop before we even get all the way up there and we stop at this area right here. So that's another possibility. If I were to look at the percent R trend exhaustion, it does look like it's trending downwards here. This is just a short jump, right? It can continue to go down or it could keep going up from here. So, that doesn't really help out, but we kind of see how the trend is moving. And then we have the MACD over here. We're starting to get buying pressure in. So that is good. It's still a good thing that we are starting to see the buyers stepping in, but it could continue to sell off more or less. Look at the hourly chart here. Now, the MACD on the hourly chart is definitely looking like the selling pressure is slowing down, but that's a lot of selling pressure, so it could easily speed back up. So be cautious is pretty much what I'm saying. And DeAgent AI, this thing has been inside of the top gainers on CoinGecko for like the last month. Like this thing has been doing nothing but going up the whole time. And this is kind of like the pullback zone here, but you can see the long-term trend doesn't always come down all the way for this one, right? This time it came down even less. So that is definitely pretty interesting. And by the way, the blue lines here on the percent R trend exhaustion are the long-term trends. And then the white lines here are the short-term trends. As you can see, the short-term is about to come up here. So we could actually see some more buying pressure. And that's probably going to be what pushes us to this resistance. But if we get rejected at $3 and pull back, then you're going to end up seeing this thing going a lot lower. And we're probably going to end up seeing the low $2 areas if you see it getting rejected at $3. So there's a big chance that this thing can lose that momentum and pull back further to about $2. So I would definitely watch out for that. So about $2.40 right here. That's the first support. So I guess that's the first one we should mention. But if that is the case, then we might actually have a sort of a wedge pattern forming up here. And that could conclude this whole thing, right? So there is a possibility that we can see some type of wedge pattern forming. But I don't know if that's a proper wedge pattern if we see it. So anyways, there's a lot of ways we could try to spin this, but we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to see what type of structure forms up right here, right? Because this one was kind of confirmed. We had the structure, it was forming up, and it was perfect, actually. And this is what led us to the pump. So that was a pretty structural sound pattern right there. And then what we're seeing right now is almost in a way similar, but not 100%, right? Because we're definitely looking for some type of pattern, but we don't necessarily have 100% that direction, right? Because it hasn't really formed all the way. We can't really do that. That's not really there's really no patterns that are showing themselves with this. But as this area starts to move on and on, then it might reveal a pattern that could be good for us, right? So we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer for that to show itself. But if it's something similar like this, which it's probably not, then who knows? Because look, this was structured like this was higher lows, as you can see here, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and then higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, and then boom, it breaks out. Okay, but this is much different. This has the two lows at the same area, and then you can see the highs are coming lower and lower and lower. So in my personal opinion, this is bearish right now. We're looking bearish. That's what I believe personally. I think there's going to be That's a strong support, and then from there, a lot of buying pressure could come, and then it could continue on its rally. So I would say wait a little bit. It is selling off a lot, and we're also seeing the MACD here on the hourly chart is just a lot of selling pressure. So I would definitely wait and be patient. This is probably something that you could let pull back for a little bit, especially if you got in when I made the call all the way back here, September 19th. If you got him back there, you should definitely be selling up here and letting it drop. You know, you should have definitely sold when it was around $3, but just letting it drop all the way until it hits about $2 flat, and then getting back in around $2 and then riding the wave right back up. It's a possibility that it could go below $2, but this is one of the strongest performing coins right now on SUI. So I think that they just have a lot of attention on them right now. So it's definitely looking bullish. But a lot of the whales are getting out right now. So yeah, be cautious. Don't be trying to buy in while everything's high. You know, it has pulled back a little bit, but you know, let's be honest here. This thing pulled back like 5-10%, and yeah, that's not much of a pullback. Okay, actually, yeah, that is it pulled back 35%, but now where it's at now is 25%. So it's down 25% from all-time high. That's what we're looking at now. But remember, it could pull down even further. So imagine it going all the way down to $2. Now it's 46%, 56% or 60% all the way down here. So you could see that you should probably wait a little bit, you know, see what happens. But in the short term, yes, it does look a little bullish, like it could move up a little bit more. This is the 30-minute chart. But when I say that, I mean like move up to this resistance and get rejected at $3. Right? So yeah, this is all I got for you all today, though. Let me know what you guys think about this. Go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And as always, I'll be back with another video.